go. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Just going to do a quick stream here and touch base with you guys, let you know I'm still around, I'm still alive and kicking. And my main question to you, as my audience, is are you looking up? Are you? Have you been watching your skies? Have you been watching the sun? Have you been seeing what's hanging out around our moon? There's there's some activity going on that is quite profound, and it's apparently not being noticed because people aren't looking up. And pretty soon, you won't be able to take your eyes off of the sky. Hello, folks in the chat. Welcome. Yeah, just starting off here. So, my question for the audience today is: are you looking up? Because the signs in the Bible that told you, there'll be wars, rumors of wars, there's going to be, all these different signs. And when you see these signs, look up because your redemption is drawing nigh. Well, if you've been watching closely to the satellite, we just had some major activity come off the sun today. One of the objects actually stalls, it comes out and stalls and sits in one position as plasma flows over it. And I'd like to take you to that instrument, but right now I don't know how to do that without a laptop or a computer to record off of. So for right now, you're just looking at my ugly mug, okay? But I'm seeing some very disturbing signs in our skies. Okay, a lot of these videos I've done, I've shown you faces in the clouds. I've shown you scenes in the clouds. There are stories and scenes playing out in your clouds as we speak. We're having these thunderstorms, afternoon thunderstorms that are producing a lot of flash flooding, and we're seeing entire cities now being flooded just from one storm. I think it was Slovakia, one half of the country is snowing, and the other half is on fire. Just like Mike was from around the world was talking about, we're seeing these signs now. And not only should you be looking up, but you should also be watching your back, because people's behavior is starting to change. The interaction of these objects with our sun, with our planet, is messing with the Schumann resonance. And if you go over to Mr. MBB 333, he did a video today on the Schumann, and there are just huge, long spikes occurring on the Schumann. And my audience understands what that means. That's the core and the shell grinding together. They're grinding so hard that it's going to eventually stop, and our magnetic field is going to drop. And these guys are, the elite are scurrying and trying everything they can do to make things appear normal, or, just the same, we'll say, but they can't control the weather. The weather is going crazy now, and you're starting to see the repercussions coming down on some of these countries that are, let's just use the term, a lack of Christianity, okay? And there are certain places that are being protected that aren't seeing, wildfires and crazy weather. That's because of their concentration of Christians. Now, what they're trying to pull here now is they're going to try to tell you that you were created by some alien or some alien race or whatever. Don't fall for it. You guys have seen those images of Jesus in the clouds that I've showed you several times. That is your foundation. That is your bedrock, okay? No matter what they try to come up with or excuses, they'll have scientists come on and say, oh, it's this, it's that, blah, blah, blah. You get Neil deGrasse, the big idiot, up there blabbing his mouth, trying to impress people with his knowledge, his so-called knowledge, when he's just a paid he's just one of these paid informants, kind of, to disseminate the disinformation to keep you guys questioning what's going on. What's going on is spiritual. What you're seeing are the repercussions of iniquity. We have a country that is just chock full of iniquity and sinners. If you look at our president, stole an election. His son's a criminal. Joe Biden's inappropriate showers with his daughter. Touching all the ladies, all the girls. He's a pervert. He's a criminal pervert who stole the election and is now trying to run the country into the ground. The Biden economics aren't designed to be economics. They're designed to crush our economy, and we're getting damn close to it. I know a lot of people are out there, are on their, their last dime. They're living off their credit card. They're, doing the best they can to get by with the minimal means that they have. And that's all due to our criminal elite clamping down, taking all the money, hoarding it all, ripping people off, stealing their land. I mean, we're all looking at Maui. We all see what's going on there. For my audience, it's clear as a bell what's going on. You guys don't need to hear excuses from the media saying, oh, it's this, it's that, it's blah, blah, blah. We all understand what's going on. You better watch Kilauea. That volcano on Kilauea is about to go off here soon. There's all kinds of earthquakes around there, and you're going to start seeing that volcano probably come to life here soon. Our ocean temperatures are getting maxed out. I mean, they're higher than they've ever been before. Our regular air temperatures are breaking records. We're breaking records in every aspect of the weather. Mr. MBB33 again showed today a radar anomaly. Well, these objects, when they interact with our planet, they cause these weather events, they cause these weird radar anomalies, and these are the signs that are that you should be looking at and deciphering whether what they're telling you is the truth or what you see with your own eyes. Okay. I was watching another video. Some people that were trying to evacuate from the fire said they had their to-go bags all ready and stuff, but then they didn't. The guy grabbed his car keys, his wallet, and a couple bottles of water. Really, you think that's going to keep you going out in the woods, out in the jungle? You should have grabbed a tent. You should have grabbed the fire extinguisher. These people barely made it out because the fire was all around them. So, this is going to be spreading from Hawaii into our country, into other countries. You see Russia's having problems with their fires. Go look at British Columbia. They just had a bunch of fires pop up all at once overnight. Well, that's what happens when one of these objects comes by. It forces magma down below to expand and rise up to the underside of the crust and push through any of the perforations, cracks, fissures, anything like that. This pressure is building and building. You can see it on the Schumann resonance. Every time a CME comes in, hits us, our planet absorbs it, it gets directed to the poles send it down to the core expands, it heats up and expands because it's metal, and the shell is also a semi-metal, almost like a liquid metal solid. It's a liquid that's under such pressure it's almost solid. So the shell and the core are grinding on each other, and when that dynamo grinds to a halt, your magnetic field drops and radiation comes pouring in. Also, all kinds of entities come pouring in. There are so many entities that have made it in now that are all over the place. All you have to do is look up at your clouds and you're going to see them on display. They're all up there just watching, waiting, and they're coming from all corners of the universe to this planet to witness God and his grand finale. So you guys need to be looking up. You need to be on top of the news a little bit. Some of these news sites, the left-leaning will say, watch them and take the direct opposite of what they're telling you. So they are good for something because they report a bunch of lies, and you can take the direct opposite of what they're reporting, and then you'll know the truth. Okay? These criminal elite are starting to scurry now. They're getting scared. They understand that their ass is gonna burn. Their ass is gonna burn. These criminal elite, you ain't getting off the planet. You ain't going underground. You're not escaping anything. So, watch out. They're going to get desperate, and they start pulling desperate moves. So, I would start studying the region that you live in. Your political structure in that region is going to dictate if you get relief or if you don't. Another thing that we're a little concerned about is this ice shelf down in Antarctica that's being propped up by like a stem of a wine glass. Okay, it's a huge sheet of ice that's being propped up by one little piece of ice like this. When that goes, you're gonna see flooding on the coastal regions. Okay, if you have beachfront property, I would sell it and get out of there before this event strikes. Now they're also trying to buy up property in Maui, but then they put a moratorium on it, so that's a double-edged sword. What if your property's worthless now and you do want to get rid of it, and somebody's offering you 3-4 times the amount and you want to cash out? Well, now you can't because they're putting a moratorium on it. So it's time that these I'm going to say it, these cocksuckers up in Washington, D.C., it's time that they start paying. You know, we got all these police officers running around this country with their thumb under their gun belt, harassing and intimidating the citizenry, generating revenue by speeding tickets. That's not protecting and serving. That's being a thug. That's all it is. You're just a gang member. The police are a gang. You're just a thug and a gang. If you took an oath to defend this country, get your ass up to Washington, D.C. and take out the real criminals. Quit harassing the citizenry. And as Christians, you guys refuse to take that kind of shit from them. Put them in their place and let them know you are going to burn in hell for eternity because you're harassing Christians. You're not upholding the oath that you took. God damn it, every person in the military that took that oath, where is your ass? Huh? Where are you people? All this bravado of how big and bad and tough you are. Get your ass up to Washington, D.C. and start taking out that Secret Service. The Secret Service is on blast now. Every single member. If you don't retire or get out of the Secret Service and quit, you're going to hell too, because they're the ones that are protecting these criminals. We can't get to these criminals and enforce our will upon them from a stolen election because the Secret Service is guarding them. Every person in the Secret Service, every person in these 3-letter agencies, take note. You're gonna burn. You got it? And it's coming faster and faster than you think. I showed you Jesus in the clouds on Easter 3 years ago. 3 years ago. We are 3 years past the finish line. Grace has been extended for a long, long time. And it's about to be over. You guys better get over to that seed site. I wish I could figure out how to share on my phone during a stream so I could take you over to the seeds, spaceweather.gmu. Go over there and look at today's activity. I wish I could show it to you, but the lighting, and it doesn't work. I don't have enough power in my laptop or anything. But it's getting closer. My patience is wearing thin. I've extended mercy many, many times. And to just get stabbed in the back, reused, kicked out. I got kicked out of the little campsite I was staying in by the park officials. Excuse me? My tax dollars paid for that park. That's my park, not yours, officer. How dare you go kick out a citizen, tax-paying citizen of that county who paid for those facilities? You guys got some nerve. And let me tell you something else, a little thing that's not too obvious, but it's there in the Bible. If you kick somebody out of a home, prepare to be kicked out of your home, your house. In the Bible, it refers to this planet as a house. So, if you've kicked somebody to the curb and kicked them out of their house, well, don't expect to be staying on this planet much longer. Because, see, you do unto others as you'd have done unto you. Well, if that's what you did, that's what's coming back on you. Right now is the closing moments for you to give the shirt off your back to somebody who needs it, a jacket to somebody who's cold, a meal to somebody who's starving. This is your time to do good deeds, random acts of kindness to help each other. You're gonna score points and get your way into heaven by helping others. If you're out there conniving and doing stuff to plan on ripping people off and how you're going to get over on people and then treat them like shit once you've ripped them off, don't expect to be spending an eternity in heaven. Really, don't even expect it. You might as well just commit suicide now because you're already going to hell. So before you do more damage to your soul by ripping people off and taking advantage of the Christians, the needy, the homeless, the more you do that, you might as well just commit suicide because you've already made your bed. You're going to hell anyways, and we're getting closer and closer and closer to that moment. These objects are let's see, they're interfacing with the sun more and more and more. And we understand here at this channel that the more those activity happens on the sun, the more it's going to affect the earth. Okay? And there's not a country on the planet right now that's untouched. I mean, even Hawaii, the one remote spot on the planet, yep, it's getting fires and volcanoes. You're going to see all kinds of volcanic activity go off here pretty soon. This activity that came off the sun today, the 17th, will be interacting with our planet on the 20th. Okay? So whatever weather forecast they have for the 20th, you might as well just roll it up into a ball and throw it away, because it's going to be a lot more intense than what they're predicting. The 2 days, the last 2 days haven't been as active, but there is still some activity coming off the sun. So it will tamper down for maybe the next couple of days, but watch out. On the 20th, watch out. And I'm telling you, watch out for New York and that upper East Coast area. They're going to get their asses handed to them by Mother Nature. By Father Nature, actually. It's not Mother Nature. It's the Father who controls the weather. Yeah. And they're doing everything they can to chemtrail the skies and reduce the radiation, but it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. And they're poisoning the ecosystems doing that. So they really did things backward ass to screw you out of what your hard-earned money, your hard-earned work. What is this shit that Biden just announced they're going to print more money? They're going to just unlimited printing of money? Well, hell, we might as well start printing our own money too. Since they're doing it, they don't even get the proper approval to do it. So as the citizens of this country, we should have the right to print our own money as they do. And then maybe we could make our bills and get the food that we need, or get the supplies or whatever, replenish your bank account that they ripped off. The inflation that's going through the roof, the price of gas, that's all gouging you, taking more and more and more of your money to get you in the gutter, out of the house, leave this part of the country, whatever they're trying to do. And it's going to come back on them tenfold. In fact, maybe even more than tenfold. We might just go 1,000-fold. You know, I like big numbers, so billion-fold. They they will never ever have peace. They will never ever have the lack of pain. They're gonna be going through pain for eternity. My people, my audience, they understand what's happening. You guys are all good as gold. You are. If you're here at my channel and you're listening to me right now, you're one of my followers. You're one of my, you study what I show, you listen, you study, and you follow, just like disciples do to Jesus, right? So that gets you in. These other people who aren't listening, who aren't following, who are doing the direct opposite to cause as much chaos and damage, that's what they're going to get in return too. So, just as Christians, keep praying for each other. You know, I could use some prayers too. I've been kicked out of my campsite. I got hailed on, and everything got all wet. But I still carry on. You know, I still push through and keep going. I hang my clothes out to dry in the sun when there's not a thunderstorm, when it's sunny. You know, change position, get a new campsite, all kinds of different tactics to fix what has just happened. So if it's happening to me, it's going to be coming your way soon too. So prepare to, you might see your family members just change on you, and they won't be the same person that you knew a couple of years ago. Watch out for your friends. Right now is when you're really going to find out who your friends are. The people that come around and still help you are the ones that are gone, that, you know, never even cared. So you're about to see in your families and in your businesses, your jobs, who your real friends are and who's stabbing you in the back. So, what else was I going to say? Your bug out bags. It's time to take this seriously and have a bug out bag ready to go. Right now, you have plenty of time to write a list of stuff that you would put in a bug out bag. This couple that I watched the interview, he said, "Oh yeah, we had our bags packed." No, he didn't, because he turned around and said, just 10 seconds later, "Oh, I had to grab my wallet and my medicine and some paperwork and a bunch of bottles of water," and he grabbed all the wrong stuff. That's not stuff you're gonna need living with no house out in the bushes. You know, if you have a backup place to go, you know, your bug out spot that's not surrounded by forest fires or is not next to a volcano, if you have a safe place to go, I would start getting that place stocked up and ready to go. I don't have all that much time here, but I still want to get on there and say hi to you guys and give you a soothing voice to reassure you that believers are going to be, you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested really hard, but that's what makes the measure of a Christian. That's what's going to, how well you deal with these obstacles and you overcome them slowly, one by one. You're gonna have experience where other people who have been skating by, you know, never had to pay any consequences at all, when the shit hits the fan, they're going to be running around like chickens with their heads cut off, not knowing what to do, where to go, what to grab, or anything. So maybe, you know, as on your vacation or a couple days off, go camping, go practice camping, make sure all your lanterns work, your little cooking stoves work. You got little propane bottles, plenty of that to keep you going for who knows how long. It could be a month, it could be a week, it could be for the rest of your life. So you're going to have to start really thinking about what it is, survival equipment, functionality of, you know, you don't want to take your prom dress out into the woods. You know, you're going to want to bring a tarp or, you know, some thick jeans, even cool clothes to cool off in the daytime, you know, short sleeve shirts, stuff like that. because if you're out in the elements, it's hot during the day, but then thunderstorms hit in the afternoon, and you're going to get pelted with rain and hail. Also, watch your weather for what's going on at night in your region. If you see thunderstorms that are 100 miles away from you that are traveling in your direction, that'll be there later that night, you might want to go park your car under a carport or in a parking garage or some kind of protection, because the hail is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just devastating people's cars. Okay, so, and their houses as well. I was watching the windstorms that went through North Carolina or whatever, just toppling tree after tree after tree, and the trees keep landing on people's cars. So are you going to park your car next to a big old oak tree that's going to fall on it if a 50-mile-an-hour gust knocks it over? You're going to have to start taking a lot of things into consideration now, because the temperature's going up, the stress is going up, everything is ramping up. I'll tell you what, I'm trying to be as humble about all this as possible, and learn lessons while I'm out here doing this. But some of the lessons I've learned, I'm trying to pass on to you guys, so you'll know what to expect a little bit, what to do, maybe make future plans, preemptive strike type plans for different scenarios. What are you going to do if a forest fire comes? What are you going to do if your house gets rocked by an earthquake? What are you going to do if you have beachfront property and the ice shelf falls in and a huge wave comes up and destroys everything 10 miles in? You have no idea what's going to come next, but I'm telling you, it's going to be catastrophe. You already seen it playing out all around the world. Germany's airport, did you see this? It got flooded. So some of the countries, take note of the countries that are being punished. See the Punisher here? See that? I'm wearing the Punisher for a reason. It's time for some of this shit to end. We're going to start punishing the evil before they even get to escape. So, mark my words. Mark them in red. You better start looking up. You better get ready, because your redemption is drawing nigh. Okay? It was drawing nigh 3 years ago. We've had grace for 3 years to prepare for this. So for all you people that are out there helping your fellow Christians, helping, even if they're not Christians, just helping anybody, doing a random act of kindness could save you and your entire family bloodline. Just by one random act of kindness. People don't know around here, don't understand me or know who I am, but they helped me out the other day, and I was able to give them the most precious thing ever. A blessing worth more than gold, silver, anything. I was able to give them a blessing, and that's what you guys should be doing for each other, is helping each other out, blessing each other, because it's a win-win scenario. They win, you get blessed, they get blessed, and that's how this thing works. It's been spelled out in the Bible, nice and clear. So if you don't believe in the Bible, oh, that's your bad. But it's been the most rock solid book for the last 2,000 years, and it still is today. And it's time that you guys start taking note. What's going on around you? What's going on around the people around you? The government's going to start pulling some shenanigans here, which will maybe stir up the public. They want civil discord, because you don't see them trying to unite the country. No, you got the news agencies dividing everybody. So it's coming. It's coming twice as fast every day than it was the day before, because it's accelerating faster and faster as it gets here. So hold on tight, you believers that are struggling, that are suffering. It's for a reason, okay? Don't give up on God because you're suffering right now and your faith is being tested. It's just building character. I know your faith. I can tell. but it's not, you're not being punished. This is more practice for what's to come. You know, you're building skills that you don't even know, survival skills, like conversationary tactics, how to avoid, a blowout between relatives or whatever. Sometimes just walk away. At this time in history, everybody has got to be right. We have this syndrome in our society where, oh no, I'm the one who's right and you're the one who's wrong. It's like this competition of who's right and who's wrong. It only breeds hatred towards each other. Not everybody knows everything. So even me, I admit, I still learn stuff every day. Okay, even from younger people, even from my kids. I know some parents refuse to listen to their kids. There's no way my son could ever teach me anything. Well, you got to change that way of thinking, because everybody should be open to learning new stuff. All right. The moment you close your mind off to learning new things, the more you're going to suffer. So learn some stuff, be open, help each other out, watch your skies. There's UFO activity going berserk. If you guys haven't noticed, you haven't been looking up, because it's all over the place. It's all over the country, all over the world. And everybody's so buried in their cell phone that they don't look up anymore. So every once in a while, take a break from the cell phone, take a little peek up in the sky, see what's going on around you. Take some pictures, because sometimes things that you can't see are captured in the camera instead, just like the stuff I've shown you on my channel. Okay, so I don't have all that much time. I want to get on here, give you guys a little motivational speech, and a stern warning to the three-letter agencies. And I hope you're watching me. I hope you guys are spying on me. Most people would no, don't spy on me, don't watch me. No, watch me, please. I dare you. Every three-letter agency, watch me. Pay attention real close to what's going to happen to you. These people that aren't holding their oath, letting this shit happen in our capital, these criminals running around. Washington, D.C. is a cesspool. A bunch of child molesters, liars, thieves, political hacks and whores. Anything for the almighty dollar, right? Yeah, sell yourself, sell your country, sell everything out just so you can get rich, right? Or get famous or something. Get your ass on TV for your 15 seconds of shame. That's not fame. Being on TV doesn't make you famous. You should be ashamed. Anyway, I'm getting torqued. I'm getting tired. I'm getting pissed. I've been really, really forgiving about all this stuff. And that grace doesn't last forever. You'll read in the Bible. It's going to happen. And it's getting here quicker and quicker by the second. So you Christians out there, I love you all. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all the same family. But everybody else ain't. So you better watch your back, because they're not. And if you want them, you should get them over here to this channel. Maybe not to this video or whatever, but show them some of the stuff in the clouds. Explain to them how the knowledge you have that you've acquired from this channel. Maybe show them some of the stuff that you've discovered on your own by doing research inspired by this channel. Take them over to the seed site. Show them the objects that are coming off the sun. Have them explain, what do you think's going on here, huh? You think the sun just burps this stuff out? No. These things are attracted to the sun, and then they interact with the magnetic field. They repulse each other and bounce off and come squirting our way. Everything is coming to Earth. You guys are about to see creatures that you've never even imagined. I've shown you the Mesosaurus that was captured by the oil platform. These creatures are coming up from the lower oceans. There are oceans below this ocean. The crust of this Earth looks thin from space, but in our perspective, it's pretty thick. There are huge caverns down there. There are cities down underneath the ground. Don't just take it from me. Go research it. It's true. These guys are getting prepped to leave you to hang out to dry on the surface while they go underground to see if they can seek shelter. Well, that ain't going to happen because lava's coming up from underneath their shelter. So going underground ain't going to help. Trying to get off this planet, you ain't going to be able to. There's forces all around this planet that will bring that shit to a stop real quick. So you have no choice but to start conforming to Christ and stop conforming to these assholes and idiots that run this country. They're running it into the ground. They're killing you and your family. It's attempted murder on you and your family. Are you going to sit there and take that? Are you going to let them kill you and your family? I'm just at a loss for all these government agencies, all the military that took the oath, all these police officers that you're here to protect and serve. What happens to this? Okay, for instance, these police officers, what happens when the shit hits the fan to you and there's no cops to come rescue you? See, you're going to be shit out of luck. Everybody's going to hate you because you enforced and harassed and intimidated them. They're not going to want to help you. You're going to be... So, don't be one of the people who's going to be... Be one of the people who's going to be helping and rescuing and trying your best that you can to withstand what's going on. Okay? And hold on tight because this is just the beginning. On a scale of 1 to 10, we're at a 0.1. We haven't even reached, like on a volume knob that you turn up, we haven't even reached 1 on the dial yet. So you just keep watching the news. You're going to see these things intensify more and more. We got this hurricane heading towards Southern California. It's going to bring all kinds of moisture to California. You're going to see landslides, flooding. Just get ready. We all know the side effects that come with these storms. So prepare to see all that stuff unleashed now. Get ready to see hell unleashed on the planet thanks to your criminal elite and these bozos in Hollywood, all the child trafficking. Are you shitting me? You're child trafficking and you're sexually abusing them. It's not going to be tolerated anymore. Not tolerated anymore. So, for those people who are pulling that shit, you're already past the point of no return. There's no escaping your future now. But for everybody else who's doing the right thing and trying to help each other, your grace will be extended. You don't even need grace extended. You're already good to go. But this is that time frame right now. These are the closing moments as we approach the finish line to start. If you see an opportunity to help somebody who's homeless begging for change, you don't have to give them $100. Give them some change or whatever, just try to help. That your willingness to help somebody is huge in the spiritual realm. That is the most biggest contributor to your salvation, is by helping others and doing acts of kindness to other people. And you want to finish strong, go out there and help somebody and finish strong. The rest of these cowards, that's what they are. They're cowards. They took an oath and they can't even uphold their oath because they're cowards. I'm over here doing my best to do I can to uphold my oath. And I'm fighting like a madman to stay alive, to keep batteries charged in this phone so I can bring you a little bit of truth, a little bit of inspiration, okay? And don't fall for their shit. Don't let them tell you that Jesus isn't real. That's their main goal, is to get all the Christians off of this planet. There, I said it. Ha! Yeah, their goal is to get rid of all the Christians. So look out, Christians. Watch your back, because these assholes want to come after you. And are you just going to comply and let them and let them do it? Or are you going to put your foot down and say, hey, you know what? Go burn in hell, because that's where you're going. And I'm serious about this. You three-letter agencies, I hope you're fucking watching me right now. You might as well go kill yourself before you do more damage to your soul. Duh. You're already committed to hell, so what's the difference? You might as well just do the rest of us a favor and get the fuck out of the way. Because I've had enough of this shit. I love you all. God bless my family out there. You guys stay strong. I'm hanging in there. I'll be back in a couple of days when I got more stuff to report on and I get my batteries recharged. So everybody keep watching the earthquake reports, the seed site, your Schumann resonance. Keep up on those things, because that Schumann resonance is we're gonna have some magnetic field drops. I saw how strong some of these blasts were, and the earth takes a minute to recover after those. So you're gonna see drops in the magnetic field here pretty soon, and you're gonna see cancer spike. You're gonna see people getting sunburned a lot worse than normal. You're gonna see all kinds of heat related anomalies, sicknesses. It's going to start wiping out crops. It's going to wipe out animals. The heat is just, we're just starting. And this is August. We still got September to go. And we don't cool off until October, sometimes in November. So you got 3 hot months coming up here. And trick to stay cool. You know, use whatever you got to do to stay cool. And just try to be there for your fellow Christians. And those random acts of kindness go a long way, and so do your prayers. One person can stop this. All it takes is one Christian to stand up against these assholes. And I will be that person with you guys behind me. We got this. We already have victory. They don't. You do. I love you guys. God bless y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.